Hey Maria, back with another video. Getting ready for bed. I haven't done anything. My kitchen is a mess. I don't even know if I want to go to work tomorrow. Um, I have no more energy. I have exhausted myself and I'm sick. I'm just sick. Job is just being around this place is just bothering me and I see no point to any of it. Um, I keep thinking back to the time when I was that lady, that religious lady was hugging me. I honestly can tell you that I felt this, like I was going to die, like somebody was out to kill me. And when you're in the program, and the whole program ultimately leads to death. I mean, it really does. I mean, it's a wonder I haven't killed over of a heart attack of this issue. I'm serious. It's that bad, and it's that stress inducing. And it seems like it just never gets better. But I do feel as though it is, I do feel like this really weird, like, um, it's macabre. The feeling of it is very macabre. It doesn't feel energizing. It doesn't feel positive at all. And, I'm the kind of person, I can put up with a lot of stuff. But it's just, there is nothing good about being here in Bakersfield at all. Okay? Like, I'm not happy at all here. At all. I mean, I hate going to the job, and I keep wondering, are things going to get better? Can I get out of here? You know? I don't like the fact that I have no control over my life, and why I don't have any control over my life to me is very frustrating, especially since I never invited anyone in. I don't want other people in my life. I don't. And I'm very picky about who I want and who I don't want. And anybody who belongs to that collective group, I mean, I don't want them. I don't. And I get the feeling that somehow or another, they're always going to try to find some way to hang on or be attached or whatever. And you know what? All these people do, they don't do anything right. As far as I'm concerned, everything that they do is wrong. And that's not me being ungrateful. It's just that everything that's happened has not been to my benefit. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. I don't know what's going on with my mother. I haven't talked to her, and I keep wondering, is she here? What's going on with her? I don't know what's going on. And I haven't received any Christmas cards from her. I didn't necessarily disown my mother. I did disown my siblings. Um, but whatever. I mean, I probably will never see any of my family again. That's how severe this is. I will not see my family ever again. And I won't, even my mother. I probably will never see my mother again. I'm the kind of person, when something this traumatizing happens, I cut off everybody. And that's just the way I am. And what do you call it? I'm a person I'm a very peculiar person, only because I've dealt with so many people who've caused me nothing but misery, that once I have just one taste of it, and if it's severe enough, you're out of my life, period. So, there is no, but I do hope that my mother's okay. I mean, I want to make sure she's okay. And I thought maybe if she would drop me a line and just let me know she was doing okay, at least I would feel a little bit better than that, by that. I just want to make sure she's okay. I mean, I'll probably never see her again, but, I at least want to know that she's okay. I would very much like to I'm cutting everybody out of my life. I don't want to see any of these people. I want nothing to do with them. I don't want to hear about them. I want nothing to do with them. The job is irritating to me for several reasons, because it's work I've done many years ago. And why they would even think that this job is something that is even important, it's not. Okay? I mean, I've done the same kind of work before, and it bothers me because it's not really helping me build. And I keep thinking, I like to have progress in my life, and this job is not progress at all. I want whatever, I don't know. I mean, my life is stagnant, and it doesn't seem like I have no desire to go back to school unless, of course, I'm working in a position that I feel is worth building on. That's just how it is, because I am at a point right now where I don't know what's happening to me. In the beginning, I had control over my life. I don't have control over my life. If I don't have control over my life, then I don't want it. That's just how I am. I don't like to involve people in my projects. When I am involved in a project, everything is very quiet. Why? Because I don't like outside intrusion. That's just how I work. I will not work any other way. If once my ideas are completed and I want to implement them, then I start sharing. And nobody even cared about how my work process is. They just took it upon themselves. I will resent Karen Johnson for the rest of my life. I want this woman out of my life. And you know, I talked to my sister today. I sent her it was just blowing up her text, I sent her and Steve Murray texts, and I referenced Karen Johnson, all these people who are basically destroying my life. And you know, the problem with Steve Murray is that he's an asshole. He doesn't understand that he doesn't know what he's talking about. I have no respect for the man. I think the man's partially retarded, and it reflects in his siblings. I personally am just extremely resentful for him intruding into my life, as well as Karen Johnson. And my sister Lisa did this out of envy, period. So where am I to go now? Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm reaching boiling point. I cannot take that job anymore. I just can't. I can't. I'm tired of going there. There's too much resentment. And I'm afraid that I'm going to haul off and literally punch somebody. That's how I feel. And it's a completely understandable feeling. But yet at the same time, I need an income. And this is the situation that they've placed me in. I mean, I have every right to choose my job. I am under no contract to my sister. This whole thing is bullshit. And I sure as hell would never do anything for Polygram. Okay, Polygram to me should be locked behind bars. She's a sick woman. She's disgusting to me. And I can't even understand how she calls herself Christian. She's a fucking goddamn joke. If I was her, I'd put a bullet through my head. But yeah, I think there's a lot of people in this town that look upon that shit as normal. You know, I don't think that kind of shit's normal. Okay, I think it's disgusting. A mother should serve a certain role. Okay, she's supposed to bake cookies. She's supposed to be nurturing. That sort of stuff is disgusting to me. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, you vile piece of trash. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video. I don't know if I'm going to work tomorrow because my energy levels are low. I spent a lot of energy getting angry all the time. I'm becoming unfocused, and everything is becoming a blur to me. It really is. I don't see, if I'm not motivated, this is how it was when I was a teenager. I remember how it was. I hated my jobs. If I didn't feel stimulated that it was going to lead to something better, I was the kind of person that would go to lunch and I would not come back. Okay, I'm at a point right now where I'm basically having somebody putting a gun to my head, and I have no choice. Okay, so I mean, how do you think that makes me feel? I don't want any attachments to my family. I'm not beholden to Jeff Hughes, Lisa Hughes, or anything. So if this is a sort of arrangement, I'm going to tell you right now, that contract is null and void because I am not under nobody's control. Nobody tells me what to do. I am not attached to my siblings at all. I have nothing to do with Polly Graham, even Joel Graham. Okay, I'm with him, but you know what? He has no say of what I do. Okay, all these people, Terry Collins, all these fuckers, I don't have anything to do with them. So, and I don't even know how to emphasize that enough. I think the town probably put some sort of wheels in motion for them to kill me off with these like Christian networks. I will blame Polly Graham if something ever happens to me because, you know, she's a hypocrite Christian. She's a fucking disgusting child molesting bitch, and she should be fucking shot in the head. Okay, plain and simple. Anyway, wrapping up this video. Talk to you later.